obutwa obususse okubanga buweebwa bannabyabufuzi mu ggwanga lya Uganda akatate binnyenkandago ati n'aba NRM abadde bulijjo bawoza agiwadde omuliro kati nabo bali mu kufeesa ekigambo ky'abatabuseeko. Kyagulanyi Sentamu Robert Bobi Wine bulijjo ensi yonna gwe kisuubira n'obugwe batadde mu tajeti yaabwe era nga waliwo n'obujulizi obwava mu ggwanga lya America kwe wali munnamateeka wa Kyagulanyi Sentamu Robert Bobi Wine nga bulaga nti waliwo obutwa obwatumizibwa oba obwagulwa mu ggwanga lya North Korea nga purpose bwali okutemula Kyagulanyi Sentamu Robert Bobi Wine kakati abantu abangi bali balooza bya kulimba bya lusaago Bwino wunaavuddeyo.
Rampant poison cases which are on rise in this country.
Why is it honor information? Why don't you also manage?
The information is that cases are referred to us like hospitals when they have got cases of poison. They bring the bodily samples, urine, blood, and maybe stool, and we conduct an analysis. Now we have got a database which we got permission to link to. As the Honorable Minister said, we have got competences which you can also source from outside. So our database is linked to South African poison database. Of course, when we analyze and we get maybe the annulute which is found in the specimen, then we interrogate our database and we see which kind of annulute, and of course we advise the people who are managing. Like the hospitals, we advise them that, okay, this is the kind of poison we found, and you can now still manage with these antidotes which are spelled out.
Okay.
Before we manage with the antidotes, who the one giving out this poison? Tunasobola kumanya ani agaba obutwa. Ngasuna kuwa alternative ya antidote, but who is giving poison to people? Who is the poisoner? Poisoners. Ani awo obutwa kyengamba bwetubanga tuli mu ggwanga erikulemberwa naye nga ate mulimu abantu abagaba obutwa nga bagabira bannabyabufuzi, then ani awo obutwa obwo? Ani ali mu mulimu ogwo? Era essence y'okuwa banna obutwa eriki? Kwanywereza mbuyinza, tayagala munyenyaako, kwotayagala alemesa mutabani we, tayagala ani agaba obutwa gwetwagala so tumanyi oyo. Then we deal with the repercussions. Today ntulotoloze kubya antidote n'ebirala. So tujjawo kinene kyawanga ekigaba obutwa kigabira abantu obutwa. Tulotoloze bya antidote kuba lwaki lowooza antidote nga tulina kujjawo kigaba kya butwa. Prevention is better than cure. Nze kyengamba.
No, from police, whether the bill caters for your interests, because I know you also have some forensic laboratory of that nature. We want to know from prisoners, what interest do you have in this bill? Because for you, you handle criminals at the tail end, or whether your interest would be catered for under the bill as it is presented. Then NIRA, of much interest, NIRA with the DCIC, the doctor is here, whether your interests are also catered for in this bill as it is, of particular interest. Do you do DNA profiling of foreigners? When I am entering the airport, and this is to DCIC, and I'm required to take my fingerprints, okay? Every time I'm entering or exiting for that case, who actually keeps that data? And of what interest is it, other than knowing I have exited and entered? I think it is of interest. So DCIC together with NIRA, then we will give the, yes, but I will also hear from, okay, briefly, then the minister concludes.
DNA profiling, and we had also indicated the Wildlife Authority. Is this one livestock and wildlife relations testing?
That is the, yes.
I may not be at liberty to tell you what we do with this one, but we can detect there is a lot of safety of animals. And there is one scenario where one family was saying that this cow produced this calf. And it was from one of the districts. And of course, this was contentious. And you know, issues of animals and neighborhood and whatever. I'm not liberty, sir, to. But we developed wildlife or livestock or animal genetics capacity. And of course, that's what we use in detecting this fraud. For instance, if somebody is contesting, two people are contesting that this animal is the one which produces
so
this calf.
you are telling the world that the girl has developed capacity to tell which animal is produced by which mother.
If there is a contest, yeah, we do that.
Oh, good.
There is even scenarios where his calves can be stolen by the neighbors or whatever, and he raises a complaint. And of course, when they refer to the police, Uganda Police Force, they bring the samples to us, and we do the analysis, and of course, we give them the evidence.
What do you do at the GAR? What range of services? What competencies do you have? The technical competencies. In simple terms that people can understand.
Okay. For us, we provide the forensic services and analytical services, and of course advisory services. And in the forensic services, we provide analysis and reports, analytical reports to Uganda Police Force, CID, the investigating officers, who use it as intelligence information to conclude their investigations. And of course, thereafter, we appear before courts of law to give our expert evidence. We also do analysis for the MDAs, like the National Environmental Protection, National Environment Management Authority. Of course, they invite us in their investigations, and for us, we provide the analytical work. And when we give them the reports, of course, now they can take up the matter, and we also appear alongside with them in courts of law when they are pursuing those who are polluting the environment, those who are, of course, disposing obsolete chemicals in an unfriendly manner. For the Uganda National Bureau of Standards, there are cases of investigation of course, fraud, substandard products which they bring. They also do their work, but of course, as a referral and a second opinion, we give them. That's under the quality and control department. Of course, that is, they bring water, they bring beverages, they bring food. And one of the incidents which we really participated very much was when one of the agencies supplied food in one part of this country, and it was substandard, and it brought death to some of our citizens. Of course, we investigated along with them, with the Minister of Health, and we gave them the evidence. Incidentally, we are designated the laboratory for the Minister of Health, especially for food and water analysis. But recently also we have been designated by World Health Organization the profiling of DNA. But of course, we can, the DNA we have been doing, we would not have the legal backing. And we did not have the legal backing for the database. But where we applied the little we have been doing for detection of crime is when there was this mass murder in Wakiso, Entebbe, and Nansana, when so many women were murdered at that time. Now, with our analysis, we detected that in more than one scene of crime, the same perpetrator was seen, because the earlier samples we had done analysis, and of course we had our small database. When they tendered in the different exhibits for analysis, we detected that one person among was involved in the murder in Entebbe, and the murder in Wakiso, and the murder in Nansana. And of course with that, it revealed to us that it is necessary we have a DNA database or a data bank which can assist us in detecting crime.
And that can only be...
And that can only be with this.
Good.
With this.
Thank you. On page 13...
Nate onatujjukiza ettemu ly'abantu eryabeeranga Wakiso okumpi ne State House nabo babeeranga wettemu abantu abatemulirangawo acha ne babasindika ebiti mu bukyala oba mujjukira ensonga ezo gwali omulembe gwa Kayohora ebyo nabakyabinoonyerezaako. But who was doing this? Okitegedde banoonyereza till when? No man, no one day government ya John Museveni ejja kuvaako obujulizi buveeyo nga omulimu gino gyali in-house jobs, inside jobs egy'okuteeka entiisa mu Bannayuganda. Nti baateekangawo ekkanga bantu muteeyo abantu Wakiso mubafumite ebiti mubalage oluvannyuma tuleete no Museveni tumuleete nga savior agambe nti amazeewo ettemu naye nga lyazze litya. Tuyinza kungamba nti you are the same guy in power. Under your rule, abantu bafumisa ebiti, abantu bawadde obutwa, abantu bakubye amasasi babasse. Ate nongamba nti no, you are the savior. Ate ku mulembe gwe taate waka. Abatemu bazze bassa abaana, babbye ebintu by'ewaka nga wooli. Oluvannyuma ng'ogamba nti tewakyali agenda kuddamu kujja kubba. Okitegedde? Banabba kinga ebibaddemu babitutte ng'ogamba muno I have neutralized the situation twakyali babbi bajja wano. First sooka olwanyise bana bazze okubba bakwate. Okitegedde? Obalemesa okutwala ebintu byako, balemesa okutta abantu, balemesa okukola ebikolobero ku bantu, tukutende. One thing I do believe with all my heart, obujulizi bujja kuvaayo ng'abantu abattibwa batemulwa ebikolobero bikolebwa mu Uganda ku mulembe gwa John Museveni nga mulimu guli mu banene mu gavumenti mwennyini oba nga sina kindi naye yennyini nga yateekawo zino nti mugende mubiteekemu akatengo. Wanda obujulizi bujja kuvaayo era bali baawo musabe nnyo Mukama atuwangaaza abali baawo mwerabire ku bino. John Museveni gavumenti ebwe eriba egudde ebintu bingi byogenda okwewuunya byogenda okutya nti ne bino ye yabikolanga nti naye yafanga ki nti naye essence yabyo yalinga ki yali ayagala kuganyulwa ki. Ebibuuzo bingi bijja kwebuuzibwa nga gavumenti ya John Museveni egudde olabe ebikolobero ebibadde bikolebwa webunyira okwewuunya badde babikola nti nabano baana b'abantu nga batugamba ADF.
Look at the bill. Close.
And the Uganda National Bureau of Standards sent these samples to us as a referral for a referral opinion. Despite the fact that they did the analysis and they compared with their standards, but they were not independent because you manage the standards, but also you do the analysis. So they had to refer to us for a second opinion, which is out. Expert opinion. We do quality control. We also do the quality control. And this case, they refer to us where the cases which they need a second opinion and an independent opinion. And for us, we offer that.
So his question, and which now very relative, is that...
Yes, UNBS has a lab. UNBS has a lab.
So with regard to this bill,
yes,
what is it that you think that you have been doing either haphazardly or that you've been restricted, that the passing of this bill will either strengthen or enhance your capacity to do?
The passing of this bill will recognize what we have been doing haphazardly for other agencies of government, and will formalize our mandate. Now, for instance, Honorable Sevikali as indicated, what do you do for Uganda Revenue Authority? But I may not be at liberty in some cases to mention.
Okay.
But we do protect the revenue of this country because the Uganda Revenue Authority invites us to verify some of the transport units which they bring in this country. There are incidents where the importers change the particulars of the units fraudulently to cut the tax regimes. And we go and assess whether there was any tampering with the particulars of these units using our forensic analysis,
Byebyo government ya generali erimu okutta abantu erimu okukola ebikolobero erimu buli kimu evo baba banoonyereza evo abeera ku forensic ninga abantu battibwa abantu basana abantu bagwawo bo bali ku forensic expertise bibabeeramu ebyo kutubuguyazaana kusaba sente nnyingi nnyo tulwanyisa obutemu tulwanyisa obuwabutwa nenga who is giving out poison to people, who is killing people? Bateekawo ekizibu aye ne bakisabira ssente bajjewo ekizibu kye bataddewo buno bonna bubbi. One day ensi ejja kwewuunya, abantu bajja kutya, abantu bajja kankana, abantu bajja kusoberwa, abantu betubadde tuwa ebitiibwa betubadde twesiga ennyo nga gye bakozesebwa okutta abantu bijjo nga basalawo ani attibwa ani asigalawo ani akutuusibwako obulabe naye nga bakikozesa ate to make more money, to make money, to steal money. Okitegedde babatta ne bakuba amasasi ne bateekawo obutabanguko bw'okuba amasasi ne bawa obutwa ne bateekawo obutabanguko bw'okuwa obutwa ne batulugunya abantu at the end of the town ne bagamba nti tusaba ssente z'okuziyiza abagabo okunoonyeza ku bagabo obutwa, tusaba ssente z'okunoonya abatemula abantu, tusaba ssente z'okunoonyeza abatulugunya abantu naye nga bo bennyini babikola naye ate basaba ssente baziteeke mu nsawo bazire free of charge natwale bagambako nga bongera okukola emize gyabwe, tusaba ssente okunoonyeza ku baana abatema abantu ebijambiya naye nga it's in house job bakikolera muli. Saginya yakafiramu musajja wano ne gyali kati ebigambo bikyalimye akyalemereddwa okudda mu normality gyalina okubeeramu olw'okuba abakugu mu kutta abantu mu kutemula abantu n'ebijambiya machete babatema abantu n'ababattira obwereere nakimaliza nga kiyingidde Muhammad Segirinya. Sabire eggwanga lyaffe oba oliawo Mukama alituyamba. One day ne litereera ne tugobako abatemu ne tugobako abatujju ne tugobako abakumpanya ne tugobako abalyake Uganda naffe netunyumira. One day tomanya, you never know. Naye nga tulina okusigala nga tuli bakalaba nga tumanya ekituufu kyekiriwa era ani alina tutuusa ku nsi ensuubize si mulala Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine.